Well, I guess it's better than landing in a jail and needing to figure out how to get out of jail, which is what I think would have actually happened in a normal sense world. But we're going to go ahead and put on Hit POW onto Mario and the Cure badge back onto Luigi. Well, I really do like the HP regeneration. Having a Mario with Hit POW lets him just start a battle, do lots of damage right away, lets me get through battles really quicker. So I can occasionally just stuff him with the mushroom when need be. Interestingly enough, in these caves, as you can see from the top screen, there is actually a shop down here, believe it or not.
Who the hell puts a shop down in the middle of a cave?
Well, let's go ahead and check it out. So here we go. It's some Monty Moles, actually. It's the secret Monty Mart. It's only for people in the know, actually.
I could have guessed a fucking Monty Mole. There you go. I answered my own question.
They offer us a plethora of items we've already seen, but let's actually take a look at the badges that they sell or the gear they sell, because they sell some relatively interesting gear here. The actual pants that they sell, not too interesting, but the badges are kind of interesting.
Yeah, like anybody wants to wear tissue pants. Uh-huh.
These are POW Peak and Beef Peak, Dire POW, Dire Free. Alright, those Peak badges, what they let you do is they greatly increase your attack power at the expense that you die in 3 turns. If a battle lasts longer than 3 turns. Now that isn't quite as bad as you normally think in a typical RPG, because you do have the babies to back you up, so if you plop one of those badges on Mario and if the battle does take longer than 3 turns, the adult does die, but then the baby can just pick up right where you left off, so it's not like, even if you put it on Mario and Luigi, it's instant death. It'd just be like, wow, I blew it. I spent more than 3 turns in the battle after a great power increase. What did I just do?
More or less, it's probably not for boss fights, it's just for all the little piddly shit later.
It is for piddly shit. It is for piddly shit. Those other ones there is the Peak, or not Peak packages, the Dire badges. There was the Dire POW and Dire Free. Those greatly increase your attack power when your HP is a 4th or less, or let you use burrow items for free when your HP is a 4th or less. So one badge greatly increases your attack power when you're almost going to die, and the other one lets you use burrow items when you're about to die.
I have the urge to try to cheat to give you that badge, so then you start the game with that, and you have to beat the whole game in 3 turns.
You want me to try to get through all boss battles in 3 turns or less, you're telling me?
Well, boss battles would be the exception, because obviously some of them you can't beat in 3 turns. But it would be kind of interesting to see somebody run through the game and just have that badge on exclusively and see how far they get.
That would be interesting, especially since, if a battle does last longer than 3 turns, you still have the babies to back you up. I don't know what the pattern is. If, you die, the baby comes out, you use a 1-up mushroom if you just have another 3 turns, or if you keep that power increase permanently. That's something I'm not certain. I will have to test that.
Must do research!
I must do more research. More research needs to be done. But yeah, I'm using Hit POW because it's more safe than those Peak badges. Not that I couldn't use them, because all these battles are pretty much 3 turns or less, but it's generally safer to just use the Hit POW. We haven't mentioned it yet, but we have ran into some new enemies here. These are actually Dark Boos, if you can believe it.
Thus their color scheme.
Thus their color scheme. An interesting fact is that you actually don't see Dark Boos in regular Mario platform games ever, but they are featured in both the, specifically Paper Mario series and Mario and Luigi series so far. So they're one of the very few enemies that have yet to appear in a Mario platformer, and I think they would fit right in. For those of you who have been watching my playthrough of Super Mario World, you'll know that there's that one Boo that moves around the screen really, really fast, and it just would make total sense if Nintendo made an enemy that was the Dark Boo, that is just a Boo that moves around the screen much faster. Nintendo, it makes so much sense. And yet you keep churning out new Super Mario Brothers games that's basically the same thing over and over again. I'm stealing Higsby's line, I know.
I already know all this, so I'm just... It's Nintendo. That's my line. It's Nintendo. Any day now, come save me! Oh, is it curtains for me? Oh my god! Ah!
Unfortunately, there wasn't anything that I could do other than watch the cutscene.
And stand there in horror as they just don't know what happened and they can't believe what they seen in front of their eyes.
Well, it's a good thing the babies weren't with us. Guess what you missed? You don't want to know.
Nope.
But relatively speaking, all the enemies actually in the underground area are about the same as the enemies in the above ground desert area. So relatively speaking, this area is a little bit easier because we have leveled up a few times. So that's pretty nice. Here we go. One thing that I will say though, all the sunlights that appear in this cave, and like this room isn't necessarily the best example of it, but all of them are really deceptive because it's like they're shining on areas and you think there's a secret there, but it's to my understanding that no, there really isn't a secret there. Anyway, if you missed it, Dark Boos have one thing over normal boos other than that they move faster. They can steal bro items from you. Now it's only a singular bro item and it's really easy to get one back by just attacking the boo back, but just FYI. Ooh, I messed that up. You know, it's not like the badge bandit in Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door that stole an entire badge and would try to run away. It's to my understanding Dark Boos don't even try to run away, so it's relatively...
Plus, I don't think they steal badges in here, do they?
No, they don't. No badge bandits in this game.
You know, to reflect on your sunlight thing, we just went through the floor of a Coliseum. How is that sunlight, or is like the Coliseum light shining through the holes in the floor? And if there's that many holes in the floor, they seriously need to patch those because this stadium might be completely unstable.
Oh my. Are you telling me the entire Coliseum is just going to sink deep into the ground on us?
It's built over a cave system! Hello?
Sink. Oh man. Okay, well we should hurry our way through here, unless we want to, you know, become Coliseum fodder. Buried under a Coliseum, that would be no good. Either that or there's a lot of floodlights on the first floor of the Coliseum, and those lights are seeping through into the caves below.
Thus creating still a lot of holes in your floor.
Oh man. The plumber's not the right person for this job, obviously. The right person for this job is a carpenter. We could use a carpenter here.
Mario used to be a carpenter, call him.
Mm-hmm. I have to wonder how long has it been since he's done carpenter work, though? A while. You think he'd be rusty at it?
Yeah.
Now I have the mental image of my mind of Mario, like, trying to fix the floors in this Coliseum, and then the whole Coliseum just collapses under because he does something stupid. Like, jump into a pipe or something like that. Or he goes, Mamma Mia, and tries to fight a Koopa Troopa, and then, oh look, the whole Coliseum falls over.
No.
Anyway.
Just no.
We got a little bit of a mini game to play. Let's go ahead and talk to this Monty Mole to learn what we need to do. So basically what we need to do is we need to start spinning the cog on the bottom screen. And then after we're spinning the cog on the bottom screen, we need to use the babies to shoot the matching icon on the top screen. Sadly, there isn't really a best way to showcase this minigame on a singular screen, so you may need to watch the two-screen view for this. But basically, you need to not do this, because those aren't matching icons. You need to actually match the icons. They start off really slow, but they progressively get faster. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of the waiting game we have to play here.
Cue elevator music. Do 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 do. Oh wait, that's Jeopardy.
Unfortunately, I would like to comment, Kylie Koopa did get eaten by that piranha plant earlier, and like that piranha plant or PD piranha ate her DSLR as well. How dare he? How dare he eat that expensive DSLR and the Koopa, you know?
Well, at least you'll get good pictures of inside of it.
If you can even focus the camera while inside of him.
It's a digital DSLR, we'll just go with that.
We'll just hope Kylie Koopa has the right lens to take pictures inside of a PD piranha, because she really needs a macro lens really badly. If she has a telephoto, she's fucked. Anyway, that pipe that I'm visiting right now is actually the way forward, but if you look at the top screen, you'll notice the top area in these caves are kind of a big circle. Now, we couldn't come into this room that we're currently in from the other direction because of this switch, which is a good thing to hit that switch before I fall off the ledge, because otherwise I would have had to gone around the entire area all over again.
Lucky. That's okay, we would have just fast-forwarded it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Power of editing, YouTube! Works wonderful.
But I would have had to play it in real time. My fault, though, I know. My problem. That's totally my problem. Anyway, we saw this enemy a bit before, but we were talking about something else. These guys are called Snifaros. They're basically Snifits, good old Egyptian coffins. Oh, hey, look! I got a female pocket chomp.
You know what they look like? And I'm just a Star Wars geek for saying it. They look like land speeders.
I like how enemies just kind of sit here while we're performing big, long attacks like pocket chomps. This is my one complaint about pocket chomps, is that it's an attack that does take a while to get through all the way, even though it does a lot of damage. So that was a Snifaroo. He's not related to anything from Star Wars, even though he might look about it. He's not related to Dunkaroos either, which was a joke for Higsby, actually. But he will walk up to you and try to shoot you just like a Snifit.
Let's remember, Dunkaroos do not go down toilets either. Oh man, Higsby, we are referencing you throughout this whole video today.
Oh man, okay.
I like the chocolate Dunkaroos. They were the best.
I haven't had Dunkaroos in a really long time.
They still even make them?
That's a good question. Like, could they be found in a store, or could I order them online?
There probably is an equivalent, but they probably can't call them Dunkaroos anymore. But there's probably some. You know what? We can have Dunkaroos. They make Dunkaroos. You want to know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Nutella and breadsticks. It's the Dunkaroos for adults.
That's basically right.
Like you'll go to get you like those crispy breadstick thingies or graham crackers. Teddy bear graham crackers. There you go. As adults, we were going to sit here with a jar of Nutella and teddy bear graham crackers. Done. There's our Dunkaroos.
Nutella is a really dangerous thing for me to purchase because I know I'd gain like 10 pounds if I purchased a thing of Nutella. Well, maybe not a thing, but let's go ahead and enter this pipe.
You know,
because this pipe.
You just got me thinking. I'm going to have to look at Sam's Club to see how big of a jar of Nutella they have. I bet you it's a fucking giant jar of Nutella. I'm gonna have to Google this. Be right back. Evil Pop Dark's Googling.
Okay. Alright, anyway, that pipe, interestingly enough, the moment I exited that pipe, Luigi moved on his own to raise the platforms which will let us get back. It's interesting that the game does that, because if the game didn't do that and we could fall off that ledge, because we can't re-enter the Koopa Coliseum anymore because center stage is no longer accessible, we would actually render the game unwinnable if we were able to do that, but Luigi prevented the game from being unwinnable. So, hooray Luigi for preventing an unwinnable situation.
Good, he's useful for something.
There you go. We're going to go ahead and send the babies up here where we get a couple more pocket chomps. And we're fighting some more bombs, and we've already seen bombs. But one thing that I haven't shown here, pocket chomps when you only have adult bros or baby bros. So in the case of the babies, they don't get to just ride on the chomp anymore. Not so useful anymore, is it, when you have to run away from the chain chomp? Otherwise, the attack is pretty much the same. You just don't have a baby button to press to get additional damage anymore.
Okay, according to the Sam's Club, has a 35.3 ounce jar of Nutella. 35.3 ounces.
That's more than that's like a kilogram.
Holy crap. That is the biggest freaking jar of Nutella ever.
You have a kilogram of Nutella, wow. You would probably literally gain a kilogram of weight if you had that.
They also have 13-ounce jars, 3-pack. So instead of buying one large jar, you could buy the 13-ounce jar, or the 13-ounce jars that are normal size. Still, what the hell would you do with all that Nutella? Make a pile of s'mores.
Okay, there we go. I went ahead and just destroyed the bomb. I did want to point out something really interesting just when I was looking up some more information about Snifaros, other than that they remind me of Dunkaroos. Evidently, I found out there is a Shy Guy wiki on the internet, and I have no clue why someone would make a Shy Guy wiki, but there's a wiki all about Shy Guys on the internet.
Sure wasn't me, because that would be an idea I would take.
Did you make the Shy Guy wiki, Evil Pop Tart?
Maybe.
Okay. So you already know all the secrets of Snifaroo.
Yes, and Dunkaroos and Nutella. Especially Nutella. Can't forget the Nutella.
Unfortunately, I can't hit the switch because I'm missing Luigi, and Mario and Luigi are magnetically attached to each other, so I can't get the switch to this run. Let's try that again. That's better. The angles of all the hills here are just really weird, so where when you're not rolling around at the speed of bros, it can just be a little weird, and that's the thing that Luigi was getting caught up on. But anyway, let's go ahead and roll our way back to a couple of goodies that I missed because I was under a time limit here. I like how, you know, we're going deeper underground and we have this, like, elaborate roller coaster, like, hill system in the caves. Hey, a big defense badge. Big defense actually works the same as Big Pow, just with defense. It's not as useful. Just because you get a successful bro attack off a bro item, oh hey, now you have more defense. It's like more of a passive, like, help to you, but the thing is, it's like, oh, okay, more defense, cool. I can take more attacks from enemies. I could see myself using it in a situation where I'm in a boss battle that really wallops up on me really badly, but there really isn't any of those in Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. Mario & Luigi Dream Team, however, there's a certain boss that I think that badge would be extremely useful for. Sorry, I just got myself angry because I'm remembering a really annoying boss in Dream Team.
Okay, so I'm looking at this jar of Nutella. I don't know if this is the hugest jar ever or what, but there's a jar of Nutella bigger than a gallon of milk.
More than a gallon of Nutella?
I don't know, but it's not the 35.4 ounce one or whatever it was. I'm looking on Google now. There is a jar of Nutella as big as a freaking gallon of milk.
Wow.
Holy shenanigans.
Okay, here's what we need to do. We need to buy Cookie Crisp and that gallon of Nutella.
Cookie Crisp. Oh my god, I have not seen Cookie Crisp in forever. I've just seen the crappy ones that don't even taste like cookies anymore.
Oh man, original Cookie Crisp you're talking about. It's not the stuff that's currently sold, right?
Yes.
Because I think I agree with you. Cookie Crisp used to change.
Shit.
What'd you find now?
Okay, so this jar of Nutella I'm looking at, they tracked it down to a shop in New Jersey. These are 12-pound jars of Nutella. 60,000 calories in this one jar of Nutella.
Your food for a month.
Holy crap. Wow. Who the hell eats that much Nutella? 12-pound jars of Nutella? Christ.
Well, you know, when you toss your Dunkaroos into the toilet, you need that much Nutella.
I wonder how many boxes of graham crackers I would need for that.
I don't know. Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and continue exploring a little bit deeper into this cave. I like how we're kind of like Tomb Raiders at the moment, but we're much more OP than like any explorer, because like if we jump on spikes, it only does 1 damage. And if like adventurers jump on spikes, they die instantly. Say hello to a new enemy. These are the elite boom guys. They are a more powerful version of boom guys that we saw earlier in Bowser's Castle. They're basically what you expect. They try to shoot bullet bills at you by walking right up to your face and then shoot a bullet bill at you.
I'm just gonna walk up to your face and shoot you in the face. Guess that brings a whole new meaning to shooting you in the face. Ha!
But his bullet bill launcher is on top of his head, which I can't help but think he's shooting bullets out of a gun mounted on the top of his head. You have to get terrible whiplash just from shooting a gun that's mounted on your head. I mean, just You're first.
By the way, just for references for our UK people, 11 pounds is 5 kilograms of freaking Nutella.
That's a lot of Nutella.
$60 in American dollars. $60 for this jar of Nutella. Holy crap.